Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to my channel. My name's Marissa and today I'm going to be doing the top 30 assumptions about book readers. So this one is going to be kind of interesting because I have kind of glanced at this list, but not really. I haven't really formulated any answers for it. But basically I'm just going to be reacting and then telling you whether or not this assumption is true for me. So the first one is you never leave home without a book. I guess technically that's true because I always have books in my Kindle, on my phone, and of course my phone is always with me when I leave the house. So yes, technically I always do have a book. A lot of times, yes, I will actually carry a physical book with me, but not always. So yeah. So the second one, in fact, you may or may not have been known to show up at restaurants, movie theaters, bars with a book in tow. Yes, especially like last year when I went on vacation by myself, I did take a book to any restaurant that I went to because of course I was sitting by myself, so I'm not going to sit at a table and talk to myself, so I did end up taking a book to read with me. The idea of moving is a profound source of stress, if only because you can't imagine sorting, packing, and lifting your stacks of prized hardcovers. Yes and no. I do have a lot of hardcovers, but I also have a lot of paperbacks. Moving in general is like a profound source of stress for me, but not necessarily because of the books, just because I have so much crap. Like, you always think, oh, I really don't have that much until you need to move. And then you're like, where did all this crap come from? How do I fit all this stuff in my house? Somehow I manage it. So yeah, it's just a profound source of stress in general. So prompt number 4, this might be because you have issues with letting go of your prized editions and could probably be diagnosed as a hoarder. Yeah, I don't think so, because honestly, I don't really have prized editions of books. I mean, some of my Harry Potter books I do, but for the most part, like, I have no problem getting rid of books once I've read them, so yeah, that's not really true. In fact, you'd rather buy a new copy of a book for a friend than let her borrow your personal copy. No, not really. I mean, honestly, I just gave a whole stack of books to my good friend, and, you know, whether I get them back or not is fine. I'm done. I read them. I'm good. They weren't, like, you know, books that I really wanted to read again, but they were books I thought she would enjoy, so, you know, whatever. And that's because everyone knows there's nothing worse than bent spines, dog-eared pages, that is, if you ever see the book again. I don't understand. That's not even a question, or an assumption. But that doesn't stop you from being obnoxiously pushy and opinionated about your favorite books. I wouldn't say obnoxiously so. Like, I can agree to disagree with somebody about a book. I have no problem doing that. Yeah, obnoxious and pushy, no, I wouldn't really describe myself like that as far as books go. Holidays are just another excuse to share classics and hidden gems with your friends and family. Never mind their looks of disappointment upon receiving War and Peace instead of the latest gadgets or even like a cool tie. No. Honestly, the only person I've ever really bought books for was my niece, and she was there when I picked them out, so, or when we picked them out, I guess I should say. So no, I don't really shove my reading on other people either. Some people have favorite basketball teams. You have favorite translations. No, not even close. In fact, if authors had trading cards, you'd collect them all. No, not really. Honestly, for the most part, I could really care less about the authors, to be perfectly honest. I want my fake people, not my real world people, okay? So just leave me alone. Author biographies and Wikipedia pages are your celebrity tabloids. Again, don't really care. Although part of you may only be interested in how famous writers became so well loved because you secretly know that you yourself are only one page away from starting the great American novel. No, not really. I mean, I am a writer. I have written, but do I ever think that I'll write a full book and see it published? Probably not. Bad movie adaptations have the potential to ruin your entire summer. This one is actually true. However, I'm the kind of person that I need to watch the movie before I read the book. That way I can actually enjoy the movie and then I can enjoy the book. Like, that's how I watched Harry Potter. Like, I watched Harry Potter first and then I read the books. So that way the books wouldn't ruin me for the movies. So yeah, that's how I gotta do things. Finding a typo in a book is the equivalent to hearing nails screech across a blackboard. Oh, God, yes, this is actually true. This is so true. I don't know why. Like, I understand how much time and love and effort goes into editing these books, and I get that there have been tons of people that went through and missed it, and that probably just makes it worse that, like, there was a freaking typo in a book. Oh, I don't know. It just drives me nuts. It drives me nuts. Forget freshly baked cookies. Your favorite smell is a musty old book. Yeah, this is absolutely true. I think every book reader feels the same way about this. You have strong unwavering opinions about e-readers versus physical books. Not really, because I read ebooks, audiobooks, and physical books. Generally I'm reading 3 different books at the same time, one in each format. So no, I really don't have very strong opinions about it at all. But regardless of your stance, you poured one out when Borders finally shut down. Honestly, I really didn't. I think I went to Borders a few times, but not really, because they were super expensive. So we usually went to a local bookstore to pick up books. And I honestly didn't read as much when I was a child and a teenager as I do now. So I really didn't have a huge book collection. And we're on the welcoming committee when the new indie bookstore shut up in your neighborhood. No, not really. You cringe when you peruse airline bookstores, the trashy paperbacks, the terrible translations, the horror. That doesn't stop you from buying a new book for the plane, though. Honestly, the last time I was on a plane was 9 years ago or so, and I don't plan to fly anytime soon because I am terrified of flying. Can't really read a book on a plane because I'm too busy shaking, so just trying to concentrate on, like, not thinking about dying. So, packing lightly can be an issue. Can you really be expected to pack all of your reading material in just 2 carry-ons? So the last time when I traveled last year by myself, I did have a truckload of stuff because I took all of my filming equipment with me because obviously I filmed vlogs and I also filmed some regular videos while I was in my hotel down there. So I had my tripod, I had my camera, I had my microphone, I had a bunch of books that I was going to read. I had, of course, all my clothes and toiletries and whatever. Honestly, the coming back was worse though because I had souvenirs and I had this gigantic thing of pickles that I found down there that was really good that I was trying to keep cold and, just stuff like that. So yeah, I relate to this one. So vicinity to a great bookstore or library is definitely a bigger real estate perk than exposed brick. Location. Yeah, I mean, I guess I never really thought about it like that before, but usually a bookstore is within driving distance, and right now I drive so far to work that it doesn't really matter. I'll find a bookstore somewhere or just order them somewhere. Some of your favorite happiest moments as a child were reading books with your parents. I honestly can't really remember my parents ever reading to me. I mean, maybe when I was younger, but I do remember that my dad would buy books for my sister and I to read when we were like young teenagers, and then, pretty much all through teenagerhood, I guess. But yeah, I really don't remember my parents ever reading to me. Some people rescue stray animals. You rescue books. Stumbling upon a classic that you already owned, abandoned on a stoop, or thoughtlessly strewn on a garage sale table inevitably leads to, can we keep it? Can we? No. I'm more about rescuing the stray animals and can we keep it? Can we keep it? Yeah, that would be me. I'm the crazy cat lady. It's fine. You fantasize about meeting a romantic interest in a bookstore. Well, of course, duh. That's where you want to meet the romantic interest because it means they like reading. So yes, absolutely. And you always judge your potential significant others based on their bookshelves. Atlas Shrugged is more of a red flag than bad manners. Okay, I'm not sure of the reference to this one because I've never read that book. But sure, I'll go with that. I don't think I would ever judge somebody based on their bookshelves because honestly, as long as you're reading and you enjoy reading, whatever you read is perfectly fine. Like if our interests intersect, that's awesome. But if not, okay, cool. As long as you like reading and you're not going to get mad that I'm sitting there doing it. So. You're shocked, confused, and disappointed when your life doesn't follow a logical narrative arc. It wasn't supposed to happen this way. You sigh when your friend cancels dinner plans, and then proceed to hop into bed to read your favorite book for the 8th time. I wouldn't really say that. I don't know. Like, at this point in my life, I kind of just expect that, like, shit happens and nothing is ever going to go as planned. So I'm always that person who has contingency plans. Like, I already have the scenarios and how it could play out this way and how it could play out this way and, like, contingency plans in the middle. So, yeah, I guess I'm not really too bothered by that. So what do you do for fun is an anxiety-inducing question. Apparently most people don't really think reading is all that fun. Yeah, I always get cringy when people ask me that, especially like at work, because then they're like, oh, what's wrong with you? Like, you know, sorry that you don't find reading fun, but I find sitting on the couch and getting lost for a book for 3 hours an entertaining part of my day. So, look, carrying the goldfinch around all day is a good enough of a workout. No. You think audiobooks are perfectly viable road trip soundtracks? Absolutely. My entire trip to North Carolina last year and back, I listened to audiobooks, many audiobooks, because it was a 9-hour trip each way. So hell yeah. You took a personal day when the latest installment in your favorite series came out. No. No, I mean, I do kind of want the books on release day, but inevitably I never end up reading them on release day. But I'm not going to take a personal day for that, because I do my schedule a month in advance, so I gotta plan these things. And your ideal Friday night involves wine, a comfy chair, and getting lost in a great book. Yeah, absolutely. That is my ideal Friday night. And Saturday and Sunday. No, for real though. This summer is gonna be lots and lots of stuff that involves being outside and going and doing things. But yeah, there will be tons of time for book reading as well. So that is all the assumptions that I have today. A lot of these were kind of a miss as far as the assumptions go, but some of them were pretty spot on. So let me know down in the comments how many of these fit you guys, how many didn't, what did you think of this, and I will see you in my next video. Bye-bye. Thank you so much for watching my video. I upload every Wednesday and Saturday, and I would really love it if you would like, comment, and subscribe my videos. Have a great day.